Hi, today we're going to give you a quick overview of TouchConvert. TouchConvert is basically broken down into three sections. Your marketing tools, which includes social media automation, email campaigning, drip campaigning. The second part is CRM, which is broken down into tasks, opportunity, contacts, and reports. And the final section is broken down into analytics, which includes Google Analytics, search engine optimization reports, and visitor tracking. So let's go over a quick overview of how this works. Let's just pretend that a client calls you on the phone and you'd need to add them as an opportunity. You would just click on opportunity at the top and then type in an opportunity title, such as new job. And then you can type in their name. In this case, the person's name is Joe Smith. So we're going to go ahead and add Joe Smith. We can see that Joe Smith already auto-completes in the platform. The reason for this is because we've already imported Joe into an email campaign a year earlier. So anytime somebody exists in the system, you don't have to refill out their information over and over again. Now all we need to do is just put in the notes. On the phone with Joe, he tells me that he has a wife and 2 kids. So we'll add that in here as well as part of our notes. And I asked Joe where did he hear from us from. He said he heard from us from the BNI networking group. So we add that there. And then right now he's in a qualified stage, or he could be in the prospecting stage. And at the same time, Joe might be a hot lead or he might be a cold lead. It all depends on how Joe is communicating to me and how I feel about that lead. So in this case, I might say Joe is very hot because he wants to go and work with us directly. I'm going to put in my opportunity worth. I think that this worth is probably worth $5,000. My start date will be today's date, and then I'll also add in a note here. Joe would like me to send him an estimate, and he needs it by next week. Here are some more details on this opportunity. I'm going to give myself a reminder here. So get estimate, to Joe. And I'm going to assign it to me. I can assign it to anybody else on my team, but I'll keep it to myself. And then I'm just going to click on here, and I'm going to say I need this to be done by the end of the month, the 31st. And then I'll hit add. Now this opportunity has been added into the CRM. And we can see this right here, new op. This is the one that I just put in. If I click on it, I can go to it. We can see everything that I filled out here is in here as well. We can also look that I have other opportunities. Most of this data is just sample data. And these are my open ops. I can look at opportunities that I've won. I can look at opportunities that I've closed. I can look at all opportunities, which would include opportunities from other salespeople in my organization. There's also lots of fancy filters in here. If I want to only look for ABC company opportunities, I can sort it by the ABC company. I can go in here and also unselect that and then hit select all, which would bring me back to my list. I can also search for somebody like Joe, and this will bring up all the Joes in the system. At any point in time, I can export. So that gives you an idea of the opportunities. If I go up one level, I can also look at my tasks. And tasks are tasks within the opportunity. So we can see all the tasks that I have in the system. Here we can see my get estimate to Joe, which is due by the end of this month. We can also see that I have a task that is overdue. It's a couple days late. If I want to, I can go inside this tab and I can look deeper in this opportunity to get an idea of what this opportunity is about. I can look at my notes that I've historically kept on Joe. I can also look at the tasks that are due. You can see Dave has a task due, and I also have a task due. When I'm done with my task, I can just click off this little checkbox, and that task will disappear. If I go back to my tasks, you can see that that task is gone. And I can simply go down the list. If I want to, I can even check it off right here. Oh, I got the estimate to Joe, so I can just check it off right there, and that'll actually make the task disappear. I can look at tasks that are done. I can also look at all tasks, which are all the tasks of everybody in our company, of what they have to deal with. If I want to, I can also go into the contact list. The contact list is all the people in the system. I could use it to search for Joe again. And this way we can see I have a couple Joe Smiths because I've demoed this a few times. We can look in here and see these are the notes and everything that I have on Joe. I can also see the associated opportunities that I have with Joe this way as well. In this case, I can jump back into my new job opportunity and look at all the details of that. But if I want, I can look at all the other opportunities. There's an opportunity here called new product. This is another opportunity I have with Joe. I can also go up, and if I want to, I can actually go into my Outlook here, and let's just pretend that Robert is a customer. I can actually add Robert. I can make this an opportunity from my Outlook. This is a plugin here that will actually inject him into the platform. So I'll hit save. I'm going to save Joe. It's telling me he's a new contact that doesn't exist. So I'm going to save him, save Robert into the platform. And then I'm going to actually add a new opportunity. So I'll click here and I'll call this new opportunity with Rob. And I may say the worth is 5,000. Oops. And hit save. Now Robert is in TouchConvert. But I did it through my Outlook. I can even add notes on Robert if I want to here. Here is a note on Robert. And I can save that as well. I can also give myself a task. Call him next week. And I can assign it to somebody in the team or keep it to myself and hit save. So now I have a task and an opportunity all within Outlook. Now if I move up and down the list here, if I go to somebody else like Lisa, I can see that here I can add an opportunity for Lisa as well and click save. I can add an opportunity for her. Follow up on award we won. Maybe there's a long-term relationship here, so I'll just put in an estimated cost. And the opportunity here would be they want to use TouchConvert. So I'll save that, and then my task will be talk to her about advertising. So we'll advertise. I can pick myself. I can also pick a date if I want to, such as the 20th, and that'll be the date that I'll call her back. All of this is going into TouchConvert, so it'll land right here inside of our CRM platform. At any given time, I can go back up to the dashboard. Now let's move on to social media. In here, we can create social media posts such as have a great day, everyone. And I can schedule that to go out on Facebook, and I could say let's have that go out this Friday, and we'll make that go out at 7 in the morning. So we're going to tell everybody to have a great day at 7 in the morning. So I'm going to save that. And I'm also going to do that for Twitter. And I'm actually going to, oops. Well, I guess at this point I've just posted that right now to Twitter. But if I want to, I can also schedule that one out as well. And we're going to do the same thing. We'll have to go out on Friday at 7, and I'll hit save. And that, you can see right down here, it's queuing up. Same thing with LinkedIn. Up, and here what it's saying is my LinkedIn account is not set up yet. But that's pretty easy. I just click on the settings button, and I could set up LinkedIn, but we're going to skip that for now. Email campaigning. Email campaigning is really simple. All I need to do is click this plus sign to create a new email campaign. We'll call this Happy Holidays to our customers. Okay. And I can skip all this if I want, but this is who it's going to appear to come from, which is me. I can choose to import a file. I can choose to use an existing imported list, or if I want, I can just hit save. I'm just going to hit save right now. I can deal with that stuff later. So now here's my Happy Holidays campaign. Now I'm going to create my first email. Merry Christmas. And we'll give it 3 random subject lines. This helps get under the spam radar. And I'll come in here into our editor and I'll just drag out, I can drag out different layouts. You can see if I want I could put my logo here. I could have dear someone and so on. So you can see it's pretty quick. I can really have a lot of power on building out different types of email layouts. Now, I can also use a template. And maybe I'll just use something simple like this. And now I have that all set up, and I'll hit done. I can take this copy here. I can also use it as my optional test, and then I'll save that as a draft. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I'm going to say Happy New Year. And we'll do the same thing. And I'll come in here, and this time I'll go to my templates, and I'll pick this template again. And obviously I would change this to say Happy New Year, and I'll save that as a draft. Now at any given time I can come back here and edit, and if I want to, since this is my Happy New Year campaign, I can say that I want this to go out December 31st, right? Or better yet, maybe it makes more sense to be January 1st. I won't be in the office, but my email will still make it to everybody. So this gives you an idea of how to build email campaigns. You have the ability to add subscribers. You can do this by hand. You can also pick existing contacts from your contact list. You can go to manage subscribers if you want to, and import subscribers into this holiday campaign. At any given time, I can go back up to my campaigns, and I can go into any of my other campaigns. Maybe I have a campaign called All Prospects. These are people that are not my customers, but I'd like them to be my customer. So I can go in here and add them. Same with drip campaigns. Drip campaigns are built very similarly to email campaigns, except there's one tiny little difference. Drip campaigns are based on when somebody is added to the campaign. So the first campaign we can see here, hey, first name, thanks for the meeting today. That goes out on day 0, the day that they're added to this campaign. And then automatically 5 days later, first name, here's a cool case study on us. And then 15 days later, first name, just checking in. And then 91.5 days later, how are you doing? It's been about 3 months working with you. So we can make that a survey. Here you can see that we can automatically drip to our customers. So email campaigning is blasting, whereas drip campaigning is working with automated emails. Now let's go back to the dashboard here and go down to analytics. We do bring in Google Analytics into the platform. All of this can be done by connecting your analytics account. You can see here we can look at users by months, weeks, days, hours. We can look at new users by months, weeks, days, and hours. Percentage of users by months, weeks, days, hours. Sessions by months, weeks, days, and hours. And it goes on and on and on. All of your analytics in one simple spot. And you also do have a way to widen up your date range. So if you want to go back and look at a wider range, we can see all the keywords that people typed into Google to get to our website. We also have search engine optimization reports, which basically scan your website every 30 days and look for broken links, images, missing meta tags, keywords, no titles, short titles. And here you can see we have a couple pages that have short titles. So at any given time, I can click on any one of these pages and make those titles longer. Same thing with word count. This page has 186 words, whereas this one has 100. This one has 98. the minimum recommendation is 250. That's search engine optimization reports. And finally, visitor tracking. What this does is this shows the visitors and where they click on your website. And to show you that, we'll go into an email campaign and we'll show you some historical tracking. If I go to our sent email here, we can view the analytics on this send, and we can see who's read and who's clicked right here. We can see who's our highest clicker and our highest readers. And at any given point, I can also export this as a CSV and use this as a call list to call these customers back. This gives you a very quick, high-level overview of TouchConvert.